Gijs van Salkema, the setter. Anderson unleashes for the first time and they take the first point. Starting how they mean to go on. He received and then he finished off the block from Fabian Plak. And Matt Anderson will serve first on the back row as they move round in rotation. Absolute key player for the United States. That's a good deep serve. Wasn't quite how the Dutch would have wanted it, but it's still in play. Here comes Anderson, and he's picked up another point. Maybe a touch of nerves from the Dutch. Wasn't as smooth a transition as it might have been on their side of the net, and Anderson took full advantage. Van Salkema, no chance. When Anderson lets rip, you know it. That's wide, and the Netherlands have their first point. They know that if they're going to take the fight to the United States, second-ranked team, runners-up in the recent VNL, they need to start fast, they need to start successfully. Martin van Garderen then to serve. That looked a winner there from Anderson, but in the end the winner comes off the block from Max Holt. Donkers did well to keep it up. And the little touch from Ter Horst was well read by Max Holt, just waiting. In fact, he didn't get over the net, did it? There was a little straight into the net cord. So 3-1 the Netherlands. The crowd responding already. They need to help their team. Nemir takes his first point, number 38 for this Olympic qualification tournament. He will be a key player for them, the Dutch captain. Nice set there from Van Salkema. Fabian Plak to serve. Van de Enton for Andringa, with the Dutch now having the serve. Ooh, nice touch. Nemir goes for it. There's a touch. And they pick up a second point, closing the gap. Just dropped in. Shoji thought it was going out. Easy mistake to make. But for the first time in the match, the home side lead. So from 3-1 down, 4-3. Plak continues. Drifting wide. Smith on for Shoji and Andringa. The libero comes on for Fabian Plak as Max Holt serves for the first time to Horst. Comes again. Now can they make something of this? It's Nemir that's close to the net, but off the block. He'll take that. That wasn't easy because it was so close to the net and the three blockers were there, moving like a mobile wall, but he still got through. And now serves. Too long. Micah Christensen. Back to the USA. Now this could be to their advantage. Here comes Russell. Oh, what a block. Anderson and Smith together, seemingly joined at the hip. There was no way through that American wall. Namir did well to keep that in play, but Anderson's left hand reaching high. Good fast start, this. So much at stake, and a rare error by Christensen. How much will the big occasion and the experience of the big occasion help the Americans? They've got so many star-studded players, or the lineup is so star-studded. Can the Dutch make the most of their underdog status? Anderson winds himself up. This is looking troublesome for Holland, and it is. Just too much, and another point for Matt Anderson. Swerving serve. Just power, which came to catch out Namir. And not even the despairing diver Donkers was able to keep that in play. Garrett Mwango Tutia to serve. Left by Namir, deftly. 7-all. Sure, the Netherlands would have been happy with that if you'd offered it them at the start of this game. They know they've got to keep pace with the Americans, and so far they're doing that. And they got the chance to go into the first technical timeout in the lead. Luc van der End. Not one of his best. And it's a USA advantage.
Great spots. Look for the next one to come a little bit sharper for him to mix it up. Just a reminder, super perimeter. Okay, super perimeter. That serve, go back to the best on the road to 3. Okay? Now you go back to your serve, go back to number 3. Just go ahead and get a groove in. Yeah. Hey. You just keep going right. Good boy. You got a little bit of midline on now. Oh, that might be.
Still no place in the starting lineup for Taylor Sandy. You may have seen number 3, the captain. Not being used in any of the 3 matches so far, or 2.5, 2.25 maybe. See whether he's going to play any role in this particular encounter. Just that one change. Max Holt coming back in. Garrett Mwango Tutia keeps his place. High scoring, not as much as Namir, who has managed 3 points so far. He's up to 40 for the tournament. 30 for Matt Anderson. Now David Smith serving for the first time in this first set. The middle blocker. Oh. Now Martin van Haderen thought that was good. He swung with purpose, he thought, and with the right aim. And they're going for a challenge. Was there a touch? Was it in? It was in. Roberto Piazza always looks pensive. He started smiling in the first game when they were almost home and dry, 3-2. So 8-all. Perfect block by Fabian Bach and Martin van Haderen. Rose has won. As Anderson went in for the kill. Black's arm was in the way. Anderson, and off the touch from Ter Horst. Thought he could withstand the might of Matt Anderson, but he won't be the first man to realise that is very difficult to do when he unleashes something as powerful as that. What? I thought that had just dipped in, and I think so did he as well. It's a challenge from the United States. Anderson thought he'd nailed that, bang on the line. So ball in, ball out. The line judge got it spot on. Netherlands back in front. Van Haderen to serve. Oh, ace! Well, he might smile. Pitched it perfectly. Crowd loving it. Trying again for the little cut serve. 2 points becomes a 1 point advantage. Aaron Russell. He's been the main point scorer, the main attacking force really for America so far. Not one of his best. Well, it's living up to expectations, 12-10. Home crowd loving this. America still in touch, though, as Fabian Plack serves. Holt thought he delivered. And then Nemir off the block takes another point. Anderson had to check his stride, but it was still powerful enough to win that point.
Team USA, Matt Anderson, 11. Team USA, 13 voor Team Nederland. We zijn sowieso wat meer, dames en heren.
Nice reverse set there from Micah Christensen. Max Holt. Ter Horst. Haven't seen much of him so far. Coming again, close to the net. And Aaron Russell, first time he's leapt into action like that, closes the gap.
Nou, kijk even de replay mee. Als liefhebber mag u ervan genieten. Want kijk, de diagonaal wordt weggespeeld door de tactische bal. En kijk eens, de paas van Open levert over. Door nog een balletje achterover. Maar dat was een prachtige score voor het team USA.
Ter Horst goes for the winner, but Russell saved. Ter Horst again, but mighty block. That didn't work. Van Salkema, you could see what he wanted to do, just put too much on it. And that 3 point advantage, which they held a few moments ago, is gone. The intention was there for Nemir, but just too much on that set. Good period of pressure this for Max Holt. 3 points in a row. Namir. Oh! What a hit! Waiting, leaping, and finishing. Good save there by Russell. Oh, yes. Mighty by David Smith. Short, sweet, simple. No answer on the orange side of the net. It moved the block. Hasn't got his range yet. Another fault. Thijs to Host. Big part of this Dutch team in every way. It's a good, strong serve. And they take the point, the United States. So Jorna on for Ter Horst. And Mwanga Totia will serve. Level at 15 all. Russell beginning to find his range, didn't quite get the point there. And then, good save by Shoji. Van Harderen went for the place. Great rally. Can Namir finish off? Crowd think he has, and the referee agrees. Took a touch. Great recovery there by Matt Anderson. Really did well to keep that up. Great save. But how about that for a finish? .26 seconds, best rally. And that's what this match could be all about. It's not every day you're playing for a place at the Olympics.
When the ball is high, push the ball against the block and we can recover. And then we can have another shot.
Behind at the first technical timeout, but they're ahead by a point at the second. We've had barely 18 minutes and it feels like 18 seconds. Crowd loving it. Players absolutely intense and focused. Every point is precious, as shown by that last rally. And the Netherlands, ranked 15 in the world, playing the second-ranked team, are leading at the moment. Not for long. America straight back after the timeout. David Smith, familiar hit from the middle of that front court. He and Christensen work so well together. Oh yes, ace. Absolutely tailor-made and measured to perfection. Van Harderen couldn't believe it. What a gem. And it takes the USA back into the lead. Namir was blasting, but the wall was strong. The block from Russell has taken the United States 2 points to the good. And the Netherlands take a time out.
The mistake that we have now is in the court, no? Keep the ball, play a smart ball, the ball is good, everything is okay. Also the tempo, Fabi. Yes. Got the ball, huh? Let's go!
Just a little pep talk. They've been good so far, but they've got to stay at this level, and this is the big demand. The United States have been here, done that, and got all the trophies, all the medals, the gold medals to show for it. Once upon a time, the Netherlands were top dog in volleyball in the 1990s. Olympics, World Cups, World Championships. But America have risen to the top. And they're leading here as David Smith continues. It's in, says the referee. Namir disputed that. The line judge said that was out. David Smith going for another ace. That looked to drop just in. That looked perfect. David Smith on a roll, just like Max Holt was earlier in the set. And that gap's creeping up. 3 points now. The USA hold the advantage. Wouter Tamat winds himself up, coming on for Namir in the opposite role, but it hasn't worked. America's block has taken them 4 points clear. Max Holt. It's another timeout. .16:15 at the technical timeout. And suddenly the United States have just moved on. 5 points they've won in succession. 20-16, another 5 points, and they've closed out the first set. John Sparrow, the coach, the inspirational John Sparrow, looking for his first Olympic gold medal as the head coach. He's been there as assistant. And he's watching David Smith continue this run. Van Harderen with the spike at last puts a stop to this run from the Americans, which has taken them so far. Off the block, off the touch from Aaron Russell. Wouter Tamat, too much on that, swings it way beyond the baseline. And America are just 4 points away from this first set. Robert Andrinka comes on for Just Dronkers. Straight swap for the libero. But here's a key man, Matt Anderson. So important in the first match against Belgium. Closed out sets 1 and 2 and 4 with his serves. That's asked a lot. Van Harderen has to steady himself. Didn't get the full force he wanted. And Holt is ready and waiting and delivers. Rested for the last match against Korea, but he's back and playing a big role. Anderson, needless to say, has been ever present, and we're about to see why. Deep serve, look at that, it's come straight back. And America continue to push clear. It's a really good serve. Andrinka did well to keep it up, but that wasn't going over the net how the Netherlands wanted. And the crowd's gone quiet because Matt Anderson and his teammates have silenced them. They're trying to raise and lift their team again. It's a mighty serve. This has got to get over. The USA have it again, and here comes Anderson. And he's done it. He set up set point. What a key man he is. No wonder he was the most valuable player, the best opposite in the 2019 VNL. It's for performances like that, and it induces such frustration in opponents. It's set point to the United States after 25 minutes. Namir again, goes cross court. Big cheer. It was clever, but it's still a big gap to make up. 6 points. Serve's got to be good. Serve's got to be in play. Martin van Harderen to save another set point. It's into the net, and it's 25-18 to the Netherlands. They've broken clear, and the second best team in the world, according to the world rankings, have their noses in front, and that was a decisive break. They were trailing at that second technical timeout, 16-15, but they just powered away. Netherlands winning just 2 more points. And the United States of America have made their intentions clear in Rotterdam. They've taken the first set conclusively.
En dan de laatste vraag voor jullie.
25-18, the heaviest set defeat for the Netherlands in this Olympic qualification tournament. They got into the 20s in both the sets they lost against Korea. 2 aces to 1, 12 attacks, the blocks better, and more opposition errors feeding into the United States taking that first set. Well, they kept pace, they kept rewarding the crowd, the home crowd, with their performance into at least the second third of this match, but the United States then broke clear. And the challenge for the Netherlands now is to find a way back. Surely if you give the United States a 2 sets to lovely, that is too much. Yes, they've done it against Brazil in the World Championship last year. They did it with to France. Remember, they were 2 sets to love down and came back and won 3-2. But this is the United States. This is their big tournament. This is the weekend they've been aiming for. They've got their big guns back. They're firing. They're fit. And they're looking good. Biggest tournament of the season, said Micah Christensen. We've yet to hit top form. Well, it's looking decent at the moment. Martin van Harderen there, number 3, and Fabian Plak, number 8, we just saw in our picture. They know what they're up against. They need a good, strong, fast start in this second set. They cannot afford to let the Americans get away. They've actually got a better record against the United States in major world level tournaments, 11-9, but the United States have won their last 3 matches against the Netherlands. And this is looking good, even that serve's just found the net. Much resting on the Dutch captain. Here he is, Namir Abdelaziz. Oh, take that. Crowd finds its voice as Namir finds his range. Perfect, straight in between Shoji Mwanga Tutia. Now for the double. Just too long. Luc van der Ent, slightly anxious looking. Well, he might. 25-18 wasn't part of the plan. David Smith. Can he resume his wonderful scoring spree in that first set? Oh! Well, that looked close. He's not going to challenge it. So the Netherlands out in front. Still. To Host. Great save there by Namir. It's got to go over. Van Hadren gets it. Fired it across the net. And in unlikely circumstances, increases the Netherlands' lead. All because of Namir. Wonderful save. Past the block. And Mwanga Tutia had no real chance. Hit with such force. Good block. Russell looked perfectly primed there by Christiansen, but the Dutch were in position A. And Luc van der Ent, although it was ungainly, it was effective. And the USA take a timeout. Not too much to worry him. That brow isn't furrowed too deeply. That first set proved what's in the locker for the United States, but just a little reminder what's required, and also just a little disruption to throw into the Netherlands. Just beginning to move away, 5-1. Ter Horst continues. Just too long. Found a way through the defence. What's he got on his arsenal now? Matt Anderson. Deadly at the end of that first set. Namir had to check his jump, and that seemed to throw him a bit. He was falling backwards there. The idea was right, but the set wasn't quite where he wanted it. Van Garderen, well worked. And this time, Van Telkema found the touch that he wanted. Put it in the slot. Luc van der Ent. Anderson arriving with pace, but it's still not to the advantage of the United States, because they picked up another point, have the Netherlands, off the block. Good work by Van Harderen. Familiar tactic, Christensen to hold, didn't work then, but it did on that occasion. They combined together at the net. And the Americans have another point. That's his territory, Max Hall. Put him in the middle of that front court, and he can do real damage, offense or defense. That's a hit which wasn't going to come back, and he'd be really proud of that. Fabian Plak. First technical timeout, 8-4. Beautiful set, and straight through the block of Max Holt. They couldn't have asked for finer.
Just fight with ties his back, but he's normal, young guy. Oh, go again.
They know what to do, and they know how to make it work. It's the question of doing it for as long as possible to match the intensity of the United States, because that's what wore them down in that first set. From 16-15 in the lead to 18-25 in arrears, and the first set had gone. Punchel came with a setter. From the backcourt. That is why he's so good. 103, one of his slower ones.
Maar dat niet twee ballen tegelijk beter houden, dat lukt niet. Lastig.
Max Holt prepares himself. They'll take that. Wasn't the cleanest, but it keeps this 4-point advantage. It keeps the Americans chasing. Just one in the block there, David Smith. Always asking a lot to meet that one. Van Harderen. Just out. Thought about an appeal. They looked to Roberto Piazza, but the hand gesture said it all. We'll play on. 9-6. Just frustration for the server. More like it from Christensen. And going deep was the right tactic. Pluck. Anderson, rather, Aaron Russell arrives. Just floated, but with such ferocity. Up from the backcourt. Went to split the block, and it paid off. Mwanga Tutia. Back in the USA lineup and doing well, scoring well, and picking up a point, which takes it just to 10-8.
Weliswaar net buiten de lijnen, dat betekent dat nummer 18 van de Amerikanen, OQT, kan gaan serveren. 8 voor USA.
Standing start really for Tahost. Russell's ready, and on the draw, pulls the trigger and takes the United States just to within 1 point. They're coming back at the Netherlands. Van Selkema exposed there, down the right side in the backcourt. Timeout for the Netherlands. Understandable.
Remaining block against 5, the next one will be blocked. Okay, now we have to cross the step on side out. We have to pass the ball wide. If the ball is off on the net, put the ball close in the net and Thijs can find all the solutions.
Just appointed in March 2019, Roberto Piazza, first games in his first international job in May. Great experience though, Poland, Greece, Qatar, Italy of course. Lots of silverware as well. But this would be an absolute dream if he was to steer the Netherlands to the 2020 Olympic Games. A long way to go though. One set down, and the United States coming back in this second. Tahost. Good work, Tahost again. And that's worked. Good work on both sides of the net. But it fell best for Thijs Tahost to finish. And a 2-point advantage opened up again. At last, relief. Mighty leap, like a salmon. Well-worn routine. From the middle to the left and put away. Too long from Smith. They can ill afford those little errors. The United States are good enough without giving them points. Can Van Harderen finish? Russell is ready. And it's taken a touch. And they're level at 12 all.
Wordt het getrakteerd op prachtige rallies in de defense en in de aanval. We kwamen een paar centimeter tekort op de achterlijn na de aanval van de nummer 2.
Van der End did his best, but Aaron Russell is now starting to have Quite an impact. Point number 6 for him. Anderson's got 9, Namir 8. Make that 7 for Russell. Anderson to serve. A dipper. Good save. This has got to go over. Now. And then off the block, off the touch from Namir. And just when the Netherlands thought they had an advantage, after Shoji had to play the ball back over the net for the third touch, America come out on top and in the lead. It's that man Anderson again. They'll be happy with that. Brings them level. Didn't get the swing he really wanted, but above all, he got the point. Luc van der Ent. You knew that was dipping into the net from the moment it left his hand. Toss didn't seem to be high enough, and it's given the Netherlands another headache. They've slipped behind once more. Andrinka, the libero, comes on for Van der Ent as Russell picks up the ball. Familiar routine. Oh, and that was mighty effective. A serve from the heavens. It's an ace, and it's a 2-point advantage now for the United States. This has to be good for the Netherlands. They cannot afford to let the United States get away. They've nicked 1 point back. This is where it all started to go wrong in that first set, leading into the second technical timeout and then falling away badly. The Americans just turned the screw and accelerated clear. Van Selkema, the setter. Oh, now that's more like it. Fabian Plak and Van Haderen together. A mighty block. Crowd back on side. Their belief, their support might just carry them through this second set. A bit deeper, going for a longer serve. It's got out. And at this second technical timeout, the Americans have a point advantage.
Some amazing ball, because they recovered some amazing ball, it's true, but we are able to do the same, huh? Some set with one arm is normally for us now. Come on, enjoy this moment, guys. The most.
En natuurlijk is het origineel beter zonder de druk, maar hiermee kunnen we misschien nog net iets lekker ermee klappen en zingen. Rotterdam, kennen jullie het?
David Smith on for Eric Shoji. The United States lead 16-15. The crowd's being lifted again by the music, by the Dutch announcer. but they've got to be watching on the court now. Here's Max Holt going deep and just too long. How different would this match be if the Netherlands were to take this second set? They've got to keep pace. America, you sense, will try to wind it up as they take another point. Wanga Tutia does the business. Those furrows have got a bit deeper there for Roberto Piazza as Christensen serves. It's another rare blemish, and a number of those for his serve in this match. Normally plays like a god. A mere mortal maybe at the moment with the serve, but not with the set. 17 all. Plak has gone long, and that just seemed to drift. So keen, I'm sure, to atone for the disappointment felt by his sister Celeste with the women losing their chance to qualify automatically in the women's Olympic qualification tournament a week ago. 2 straight 3-love wins, and then they lost against Italy 3-love in the final match. Christensen to Russell, and a touch takes it to 18-17. Namir didn't put his right hand up as if to say, was that really in? But there was a touch. And it was clearly in. So there's frustration, but also realization that that point's gone. It's time to chase another. 19-17. Make that 18-19. Netherlands have a chance to go level. Tighter than it was in the first set. That's an improvement. But the Netherlands know, and their captain know, Namir Abdelaziz, they got to take these chances. Got to score these points, get them on the board. And another one slipped away. Russell into double figures like his teammate, 10 points apiece. Block wasn't as solid as it might have been. And Valsalkema, not as tall, not as strong, the reach isn't as good. And Russell took full advantage. Smith. Max Holt in position A, ready for the hit from Namir Abdelaziz.
De volleybalvaartteam in 2015 en Eenel kende hier in de Hooi Rotterdam gaan we proberen terug te
It's a timeout taken by the Dutch. Roberto Piazza can see this game starting to slip.
Double change and ice for ties, and we can recover. Our block is working, of course, not every time. Now we have to find a solution on attack.
Our block is working. Now we have to find a solution on our side with the attack. Well, let's see if they can. 3 points they slipped behind the United States. The crowd are on their side. But at the moment, the scoreboard isn't. They need to find a way back fast. 3 points in arrears and 4 more for John Sparrow's United States, and they'll have the second set. David Smith in the groove. Here comes Namir, and that's landed in. 1 point chalked off. Nice reverse. Roberto Piazza's words have been lived out. We need to make the attack count, and it did. Vessel Kimmich comes on. There he is, just in your picture. Started the first game against Korea, and then Vessel Kimmich was preferred for most of that from the second set onwards, and also in that match against Belgium yesterday. But his arrival hasn't had the necessary move on the scoreboard because the USA have picked up another point. Lovely work again, Christensen and Holt. What a double act. No block and a fine hit. And just for good measure, here comes Anderson, rocking Andrinka back on his toes. And Haderen gets a touch. Well, it's better than the first set. They've got to 20 points. Just 2 points in it. Wouter Tomat on for Namir. Van der End. It's working like a dream. Double act again. Christensen to Holt. Little set. 1, 2, bang, 3. No block. 23 points to 20. Vessel Kimmich has got to do something special. Russell. That's too long. And it's another set point. Wouter Tomat knew what he wanted to do. Well, they're going for a challenge before we get to 2024 and see if it's set point. Was there a touch? Are the Netherlands going to be saved by the official review? Don't seem too many fingers wagging there. No touch. Well, it was a forlorn effort in the end. And this is set point in set 2. Aaron Russell can close the set out for the United States of America. They got the chance now. Here comes Russell, and he's done it, taken his chance. He's served it, and he's finished it. And the United States take this second set by 25 points to 20. They have a 2-sets-to-love lead. And the Netherlands have a mighty difficult way back if they're going to qualify for Tokyo in 2020. It's taken him clear as the highest point scorer in this match with 11. Anderson 10, Van Haderen has 9, Namir Abdelaziz has 9. But those stats mean, and well, tell its own story. The Netherlands are just not on it at the moment. Same number of aces. Blocks better for the Netherlands. More attacks, though, for the United States, but look at the opposition errors. 10-6. The Netherlands gifted too many points and eventually fell 5 short. And now they're 2 sets to love down. And they'll be well aware of that Pool B table, the standings before they started this match. The USA had 6 points, the Netherlands had 5. Winner would take all. Well, at the moment, the winner looks set to be the United States, ranked 2nd in the world, 3 times the Olympic champions. 2 times as well, they picked up Olympic bronze medals. They've been in the last 9 Olympic Games since 1984, when they started their run of success in 1984, winning for the first time the gold medal in Los Angeles. They were the favourites, but the Netherlands showed so strongly in the first part of the first set. They did the likewise in the second. The first part up to the second technical timeout, 16-15. They were in touch, and then they faltered as the Americans find their range and start to accelerate away. And that is the difference between, say, the sides in the top 4 or 5 in the world and ranked 12, 13, 14, 15, or in the case of Korea, ranked 24th. The USA have that big match experience. So, 2 sets to love down. The Netherlands need something special in this 3rd set as Martin van Garderen gets us underway, and that is not a good start. And here to maximise any discomfort for the men in orange is Matt Anderson. Good dipping serve, great recovery by Andrinka. And that's handy too from Nimir Abdelaziz. Can they take heart from the match that Belgium played when they were seemingly out of it, having lost the first 2 sets and then came back storming to victory in the 3rd set? They took a set off the Americans, 25-17 on Friday afternoon. 2nd match in Pool B. The Netherlands have got to try to follow suit. Remember, they beat Belgium 3 sets to love yesterday. Anders arriving with force and purpose, and with a winning smile.
Prachtig daar net niet bij kunnen. We zagen nog even de reactie bij Fabian Plak. Wel niet achter die man ontdekt. U zag het op beeld. Het is Russell.
Tahos was where he wanted to be, but because it touched his finger off that touch, Van Garderen behind, no chance. Rare mistake by Aaron Russell. Good deep serve. Ha! You knew what was coming. Dig into the centre front court, and Christensen and Max Holt just waiting, lurking, and so effective. Knew exactly where his partner was, and here he is serving. Now that's handy. If he can keep swinging like that and finding the baseline, there's every hope that the Netherlands can take the fight back to the United States. 103 kilometers with that spike. For all. Sorry, I meant that 3 all. Now, can Micah Christensen land a serve in play? Yes. Shoji wrong-footed. Serve in play, but the Netherlands take the point. Nice set by Van Solkema, and Van Harderen finishes. It's little moments like that which then add up. Serve in play makes such a difference. Well, that's just gifted the United States another point and another lead. Mwanga Tutia pushed wide. Russell going croc court and hoping for a touch, and it looks like he's got it. No dispute from the Netherlands. And the referee happy to award the point. No, straight out, 6-5. Good block. And again, Van Harderen arrives. Good pressure by the Netherlands, and they've paid off. They've made it pay and taken the points, and another valuable two-set advantage. Keeps that encouragement, keeps the crowd on their side, keeps the enthusiasm, keeps the energy. Well worked. One side, then the other, and then finished. David Smith doing his middle blocker role. Advancing, and knew exactly where that was going. It was placed absolutely set perfectly for him, just ahead of him, and he could see exactly the space on the court where he wanted to find. Blasted through the block. Rare fail block there from Matt Anderson and the Americans. Sting taken out by Van Harderen. And then Holt and Anderson, maybe not close enough together, got through and got the point. And technical time at 8-5.
Our center is setting on you now, but take the approach. They are putting the focus on another player. That's the reason that I want to have every time in the blocker on approach. The other situation are good, guys. Go again. Let's go.
Saying all the right things, but remember from the second set, the Netherlands were leading by 8 points to 4 at the first technical timeout. And then the Americans just eased their way to victory in the second set, 25-20. John Sparrow might well remember how they seemed to slip off the pace and just become complacent against Belgium when they lost that third set. Can they pick up a point straight away? No. Fabian Plack finishes with a plop. Too long, no touch. Netherlands into double figures first. And John Sparrow seen enough. Time for a chat.
It's gone to him. Adaptation, okay? G, when you go back to serve, you don't need to go sharp. You got 4 right in the middle. You just go in 3 zone, okay? So let's keep thinking about how we won the other 2 sets. It's about serving tough, get him in trouble, execute on block and D. We got to execute a little bit better on 14 here. All right, bear down. Here we go. USA.
So that's how you do it. Serve tough, get him in trouble. Certainly worked in the first 2 sets. 10-6, they trail at the moment. They're all willing. Those supporters in orange willing their team to success in this 3rd set, to take it into a 4th set, and who knows, maybe a 5th. But this serve from Martin van Haveren's got to be good. Ask questions, certainly. Oh. As a challenge from John Sparrow straight away.
Requested by Team USA. Kennis is aangevraagd over de voetfout van de serve.
A foot fault on the serve. John Sparrow. There's the official's review. There's no fault. Martin van Haveren had got his feet in exactly the right place. A lost challenge. 11-6. Interesting. Anderson to the rescue. Stop that run of success. Good dig. Reverse set. Winning hit.
Dan denk je er wel 2 keer over na om een voetfoutje te scoren als je zelf niet meer kan scoren.
Oh! Now that was a hit. No wonder he's happy. That's the best of the match so far for Thijs ter Horst. And Drinker rocked back on his heels by Anderson, but what a finish. 4 players in front of him, 4 blue shirts, and he still found a way to beat them. They're riding a wave at the moment. Back come the United States, but that 5-point advantage was something. 12-8. United States stop that little surge. All about the momentum. Anderson winding himself up. Every reason for them to get this finished in regulation sets. Russell. To Horst. Met with the block. Coming again. Great save. This has got to go over. Oh, didn't get it right. Christensen. 13-8. What a run. Have they taken the foot off the gas just like they did against Belgium? Just not as decisive, maybe not as moving as quickly. Just the system not working like it should do. That's a good serve, but great dig there by Russell. And then the block. They can do no wrong. Perfect. The 3 blockers working in unison. Moak Couture just had no chance, no way through, no entry. Namir inspired at the moment. What about Anderson? That was long. 15-8. Extraordinary. What a turnaround.
Zij gaan alvorens we zo meteen een puntje later mogelijk in de technische gaan alvast in de time-out voor Team USA. Betekent tijd voor...
Still,
not surprising they're going to take a timeout.
In other matches, doesn't matter if they're making spectacular plays. You can come back within any set, and start making some plays and put a little pressure on them late here, okay? That's our goal, right?
Nothing dramatic, no harsh words, no criticism, no need. They're 2 sets to the good. But 15-8 wasn't part of the game plan, surely, as they took that breather and changed ends after the second set, finished 25-20 to the USA. Namir Abdelaziz continues his fantastic run. What a serve again! 16-8. It's a technical timeout. Extraordinary. What a run. And when you deceive Eric Shoji and he can't get it back, can't get it even in play, you know you're on fire.
Zingen we mee, nee, we gaan klappen voor de weer.
Crowd loving it. Namir Abdelaziz are loving it. Roberto Piazza loving it. But they've got to keep this going. And he's done it again, has he? No. Oh, Anderson somehow did that. Saved it. But advantage surely now with the men in orange. Phenomenal. They just cannot stop scoring. 17-8. Just picked it off his toes somehow, but it had to go over. And from then on, surely, the home side were favourites. Namir is just serving like a god. And for once, the run is broken. They've got something long off the block. It miraculously didn't appear and drop in court on the US side of the net. But has that been a winning burst of points? 17-8. It's too long. It's 18-9. What happens to a team which is seemingly marching to a conclusive victory that they go off the boil? They're not doing it on purpose. You can tell by Max Holt's reaction. Frustration, wanted that serve in. Turn the tide, regain the momentum to Host. That's off the block, and that will be an American point. They're into double figures at last. Robert Andranka comes on the libero straight swap as Christensen serves. And Namir arrives, and that's surely in. Inside the baseline, 19-10. He could have measured that. brilliant. America had no answer to that. Reverse set. And from the backcourt, Luc van der Ent. Tricky little dipper. Anderson, that's more like it.
Hoog over de blokkering, een soort floten, maar dan wel binnen de lijnen. Great score, Team USA. High score, just to serve. 8-point difference still in the advantage of the Netherlands.
Didn't get that right, Martin van Haderen. 19-12. Any drop in intensity and the Netherlands will be punished. Tried the tip, but guess who was there? Matt Anderson, reaching high, and it dropped perfectly. Thomas Ječki, second serve. Well read by Christensen, as ever. And off the touch, off the block. That'll be another point to the United States. Are they coming back with a vengeance? 19-13. Timeout for the Netherlands. Trying to put a stop to this. Disrupt the American charge.
They want to cross over our center. It's not important. One more time. Good reception. Again on Martin. And now you have to score points. Let's go!
Thomas Ječki on for Garrett Mwanga-Tutia. He was started in the first match against Belgium before being replaced. That's what we've just seen now, reversed. And Haderen lining up again. USA keen to make a move now. Can they start to eat into this lead? Russell will try to finish, but the Netherlands read that, and here comes Nemir! And they're into 20. 20-13, no wonder the coach smiles, no wonder the crowd comes alive again. They probably can't believe their eyes. They must have feared it was going to be all over in this third set. But the Netherlands inspired 117 kilometers an hour. What a spike that was. Here it comes. Watch it go. Through the block, absolutely unstoppable. Onselkema. The block works. Everything is coming off at the moment. Plak, Jorna, and Namir Abdelaziz were all ready. 21-13. You can feel the tension, how quiet. Oh, good serve. Dipped. USA still not finishing how they want. It's got to go over. Shoji saves. Christensen losing himself. And it's been allowed by the Dutch to go floating out of court. Great recovery by Christensen. They did supremely well to even get it back. But a good decision. How did Dronkers actually keep that in play as well? What a rally. The intensity and the focus and the standard of play, absolutely top draw. Good decision by Namir Abdelaziz, 22-13, 9 points they lead. Just 3 more, they've got the third set. Another dipper. Christensen keeps it in play. They just can't get a point at the moment, can't get it over the net almost. And it's come back with interest. Absolutely extraordinary. He could be serving for the set if he carries on. Oh, spoke too soon. Everything was going their way. It just needed to get over the net, keep it in play, keep the run going. 23-14, not in his wildest dreams, surely. Roberto Piazza, did he think that this was going to happen in set 3? But a look of real determination on David Smith's face. Good deep serve. Still a bit of a scramble, though, on the blue side of the net. That's long. Could have left that. It's got to go over now. Can the United States benefit? From the backcourt, Thomas Jeschke. Well, taking that, Heisiona gave the advantage, they gave the initiative back to the United States. Even so, they've still got a lot of ground to make up. Jeschke arriving with style. That's long, and it's out. And it's 24-25. Set point, set ball to the United States, to the Netherlands. What a turn-up. They're loving it. Can Van Hardenen land the serve in? Well, we're in play, certainly. Anderson calms the crowd. Picks up a point. 8 more, and it really would be interesting. Avoided the block. Dodged. Wilson came up. And Anderson now on serve to save another set point. Jorna off the block. 3 set points saved. Knew what he wanted to do, but look at that block. Absolutely together. Exemplary. Yes, Fabian Plak and the Netherlands, against all the odds, have taken the third set by 25 points to 17. Even Matt Anderson, with another dipping, vicious serve, couldn't save his side. And the United States, if they're going to take their ticket to Tokyo, are going to have to go into a 4th set, and who knows, maybe a 5th. But this game has really come alive. What a match.
Al die mensen daar, al die fans uit Friesland van het grote volleybal hier. Dus als u nog lekker even klaar voor bent, gaan we even een rondje maken als vast oefening voor straks voor later. Voor als we set 5 gewonnen hebben. Beginnen we op dezelfde plek als waar we eigenlijk daar net begonnen. Aan onze linkerkant, voor jullie voorzien rechts.
Let's get the details then on that third set. Won by the Netherlands. Aces, attacks, blocks, but look at the opposition errors. 10-4. That's how the Netherlands took that third set. And for so long, it was just seemingly one-way traffic. The United States just picking off the Netherlands almost at will. 25-18 after just 18 minutes play for the first set. 25-20, almost half an hour. And the United States seemingly well set for a straightforward three-set victory, 3 points, 3 wins out of 3, tickets booked for Tokyo in 2020. Instead, inspired by the crowd, inspired by their captain, Namir Abdelaziz, who has now risen to the top of the point scoring table. 17 points ahead of Anderson with 15 and Russell with 13. And some encouragement, some wise words, some calming influence from Roberto Piazza. The Netherlands are back in the picture. But the Belgians can tell you exactly the same. This is what happened on Friday afternoon when they took a set off the United States 25-17. Because the Americans then came back 25-17 in set 4. Never really let them get close. Rotterdam is bracing itself for the fourth set. And Garrett Moanga Trutatia is starting us underway. That was easy. That was very simple for Matt Anderson. He won't score a simpler point probably all year. Just landed on his tips of his fingers. Perfectly placed. Found the gap. And level, 1-1. Plack did really well, had to keep that in play, but still the advantage with the Americans. Van der Ent also with the block. Good. Oh, is that in? Just long. Now, Thijs ter Horst thought that was in. That's a challenge. Not surprised Fabian Plack would like a challenge. It was his brilliant effort to keep it in play. So was that in? Oh, I'd say it was. Touch or no touch, they'll have that. Big smiles from the Dutch number 4, the wing spiker, who's just picked up another point. Only 4 so far. David Smith takes out any frustration. Yeah. You just sense in their attitude, we've had our breather in set 3 now. Let's get back on the metal. Pedal to the metal and let's take it 3-1. Luc van der Ent keeps up the momentum. And we remember this from the Dutch against Korea when they were 2-0 down. Somehow scrambled victory in the 3rd set and then powered on from 26-24 in set 3 to 25-20. They'd never relented. Well, they're back in front here as Namir serves once more. And just doesn't get that one right. First time for pretty much since the 2nd set, because it was his magnificent surge of serving which took the Netherlands to the brink of 19-20 points, which really broke the back of the American resistance. He's got the confidence back to Host. Tail end of that third set. Then he had the boost of that spike just a few moments ago being called in. And look at that. Perfectly placed, cut across, completely took the block out of play at the net and picked up the point. Now serves. How valuable that would have been if it had landed in, but more to the point, been in play just to keep that momentum, keep the energy going. Instead, point lost and serve lost. Aaron Russell. Won't want to see that one back. Picture of concentration, Fabian Platt. Waiting. Rising, but through the block. Waiting there with Van Garderen, and then it was off his fellow Dutchman's right arm, off the block. Max Holt. Lands in, ace. What a serve. Dipping and swerving. 104 kilometers an hour. Real power. Namir thought that was going out. Needs to be wary of this one. Oh, take that. What a response. Holt did his best. What a spike. Took, again, the block out. Found Holt, but nothing he could do with real force. Erik Shogi comes on as the setter. Gijs van Salkema will serve. Oh. Good work. If in doubt, Christensen and a middle blocker will find a point and find a way back. 1, 2, and absolutely no one there. Straight through. If it's not David Smith, it's Max Holt. This has got to go over. Good block, still in play. No. Technical timeout. That was off the antenna. Or was that a net touch? Either way, the point has gone to the United States. And they lead 8-6 at this first technical timeout. Micah Christensen. Hasn't been his day for serving. Setting, still as brilliantly effective as ever. And Garderen, United States, take that third set. They need to take the fourth if they're to go through and have any chance of getting a ticket to Tokyo, the Olympic Games in 2020. Fabian Plack, right place, right time, right finish. Really worked it well. When the block came back, knew exactly how to move it from back court to front court. Whoa, inspired. There aren't many blocks that can defy Matt Anderson when he rises like that in the opposite. But look at Fabian Plak and Namir Abdelaziz. They were there, and they've not only blocked it, but directed it down in court as well. Brilliant. And from behind, they now lead. That was going to come back always. And the USA under a bit of pressure. Seemingly on their way in the early part of this set. But the Netherlands are digging deep. But it's going to take that all this set and possibly a fifth if they're to see off the second best team in the world, the three-time Olympic champions.
There we go, one ball. All right, here we go, boys.
All together, boys.
A little bit of a timeout there, called by John Spuro, just to take the sting. Take a breath. Come again. Well, the crowd getting their money's worth here. Biggest of the weekend so far. And their men's volleyball team are doing them proud in the Ahoy Arena in Rotterdam. This an automatic chance to qualify for Tokyo. Another chance in January at the regional qualifying tournament. Ooh. That was full in the face, I think, for Martin van Galleren. That would have hurt, and that was coming fast. Aaron Russell arriving, oh, straight in the face.
Great score, Team USA. Number 18 for that team. To start.
None the worse for Ware. Took one for the team. And the USA have picked up one extra point. That's how to respond. 11-9. Seeming the Netherlands have gone to a new level. Can the Americans find it and maybe surpass it? Fabian Plak will serve. Shoji digs. American take the point, 11-10. Frustration for Roberto Piazza. Nice finish. So simple when it works.
USA on court now, number 17. James E. Dames en heren, we kijken even naar de Nederlandse achterlijn. Dan staat hij weer klaar op. We gaan de slootclub inzetten.
Great anticipation now for the Dutch captain. Jeshke just come on quickly into the action, needed that to stay. Namir didn't get that right at all. Wasn't seemingly set in the right way either. Not in the right place. And he's saying it because that was an opportunity just waiting to be put away. It's getting tense. Netherlands still hold the advantage, but it's just a point. The Americans off the block will take that point and draw level. Great save, but that actually was into the net, wasn't it, by Namir?
Zoals de meeste coaches de bekende woorden zeggen, compleet volgende bal met 12
Anxious times for the Dutch coach. They need to win this fourth set to have a chance. Whereas if the USA take this one, it's job done. 3-1. They're off to Tokyo. Demir manages to catch the antennae, so a point to the USA as he came riding in, swinging in the breeze. So the red flag up, and America have done what they wanted. They've come back, forced a timeout.
No problem. And side out now. Is this one side out, guys? Hey, let's go.
Terug op het veld. De big hand and welcome back on voor Team USA. Maar we laten ons weer horen, ze hebben ons nodig. De finale van dit toernooi. Team Nederland.
Matt Anderson. Well, there's a collector's item. A rare service fault. Toast to Host. Dutch were ready for that Christensen Holt double act. And yet again, they're there too, ready with the block. They just moved from the center to the right, and we're ready.
Degene die het volmaakte, allereerst hard in het blok geslagen bal. Die verdediger die kwam terug voor Nederland en daarna het volledig naar buiten gezette blok. Voelde dat Van Harder er net door wilde. Bristol with the one to stir for Team USA. Only one point.
It's working well. They're back on song. 13-15. Now they were trailing at one stage, 11-9. That teamwork between Christensen and Max Holt. It's relief, but it's celebration, and it's growing confidence. It's growing as well. Again, Russell's swinging serve. And they go to the second technical timeout. 3 points to the good.
16 on the board voor de USA, 13 voor Nederland. Technical timeout.
Rotterdam zingen één keer met al die drie zo hard mogelijk mee. Zo is dat.
It's a key phase of the match because the Netherlands, who were in front, know they have to take this second set if they're to have any chance of going to Tokyo automatically out of this tournament. Wouter Tamat coming on. Gijs Jorna also coming on. De Host and Velsakema going off, and Aaron Russell will continue to serve. A way back for the Netherlands, maybe? That's too good. Thomas Czeski, cross-court hit. Wonderful set by Christensen, and whatever Jorna was trying, it was just evading him all the way, disappearing fast off court. Vesselkaming contributing there, the setter. On for Van Selkema. Here was his touch. And a little push. No real need for Max Holt to touch it, but even so. Wouter Tamat, such great experience in volleyball around the world, has the chance now. As he showed, crucially, in the 5-set win over Korea on Friday. Can he now lead the Dutch into another 5th set? Spectacular. Oh, just squeezed out. 1 point in it. You can see what he wanted to do, but it's gifted the Americans another point. Onus on the Americans to keep this up, to drive it forward, just wide. Netherlands squeak back in with a point. Going for glory down the right-hand side. Changes made by the Dutch. Dronkers, Nimir and Volselkema for Andrinka, Kamink and Tamat as Van Harderen will serve. Going long, just too much on it. USA creeping closer to that magical 25-point mark, which would be good enough to close out the match and take them to Tokyo. On a plate. Andrinka did so well, but likewise, it was almost as if they'd scripted it. From the deep, and then front court. Wonderful finish by Fabian Black, who can follow up with the serve. Textbook. David Smith where he wants to be and where he flourishes, straight through. That's a mighty serve, it's an ace. Just when the Americans needed it, and now this is getting worrying for the Netherlands. They'll take a timeout. They've fallen 3 points behind. What a serve. Well, you can't fool or even fault the crowd. Fantastic support, consistently responding to everything that their team has done, lifting the team. But they need them now. And the Dutch need something really special, because America are looking like the three-time Olympic champions that they have been in the past. Anderson going clever. Still might come to Namir. And he sent it across the net. And the referee on the stand says there was a touch. Point to the Netherlands. And there it is, Max Holt. This needs to be in play. Russell will take that off the block. 3 points away from closing out the match. 3 points clear, too, of the Netherlands. Luck not there with Luc van der Ent. Could easily have come back. Instead, went off court. Ricocheting. Deep serve. And finished by Russell. And that's decisive, surely. 23-19. It's Matt Anderson causing trouble with the deep serve. And then Christensen and Russell applying the finishing touch. Could it be last knockings? Matt Anderson is planning so. 2 points from victory. Another good serve to Host. This has got to go over. The Dutch need this point, but they've lost it, and it's match point for the United States. And after nearly 2 hours play, the United States of America, ranked second in the world, firm favourites to win this Pool B, are now on the brink. How fitting. Matt Anderson to serve. Namir sends it through. 1 match point saved. Taste to Host. Has to be over the net and in play. Namir arrives and off the block. They've saved another. 21-24. Do they believe? Do they see a way back? America have the whip hand, still with 3 points in hand over the Netherlands. To Host. Sends it long, and the United States have done it by 25 points to 21, by 3 sets to 1, and just a minute over the 2 hour mark. The three-time Olympic champions have come to Europe, and they've achieved their goal. And there are tears, the relief, the celebration, the joy. They have a place, an automatic place, at the Olympic Games in Tokyo in 2020. 25-18, 25-20, reversed in set 3, 25-17, but coming through to win 25-21 in the 4th set. The Netherlands played their part, a gripping encounter. Always in it for the first part of the first 2 sets, then certainly dominating in set 3. but it was going to be a big ask, particularly for a team ranked 15 to take it to the team ranked second in the world for 2 more sets. And so it's proved. The United States are on their way to Tokyo in the summer of 2020. Played 3, won 3. Sets won 9, sets dropped just 2. It's a team effort. Yes, there are the big stars, the likes of Max Holt and Eric Shoji, Marcus Christensen, Matt Anderson, of course. Taylor Sander, the captain, didn't even feature in these 3 games. But they've done it. They've had enough. In hand, and when they've been pushed backs against the wall, they've been able to respond. And they will be there for the 10th Olympic Games in a row. And it's credit again to that man, John Sparrow, the American coach. 3 aces, 4 blocks, and the opposition errors really counting for those aces, proving the difference. 25-21. 3 sets to 1. The United States have done it. And they'll be surely one of the favourites for the Olympic Games in Tokyo. Overall, 92 points to 84. Look at the opposition errors. Not much in it in the attacks, but the aces and the opposition errors counting.
Mr. John Sparrow, congratulations, the head coach of Team USA. 3 victories in a row in this tournament in the Netherlands. Your thoughts, how about the game today?
Oh, I just thought the Netherlands played so hard, and they played such a great volleyball match. I'd like to thank all the fans. You made a difference for them. Thank you for coming out. You're wonderful. I thought that at the end of sets, I thought we played some really good volleyball, and we made some points when it mattered. They came back down 0-2 and played a great 3rd set, got away from us, but I like the way we came back early in the 4th, and we just made the plays we needed to make in the stretch.
Congratulations. Good luck next year on the Olympic Games, and make a party with the guys.
Yes, I will do that. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Very generous and sporting, because the crowd did play their part, and they certainly lifted their team, lifted them to that 3rd set victory by 25 points to 17. But that's the picture that the home crowd wanted to see, but only in orange, not blue, because the United States are on their way to Tokyo. They will be going to compete for Olympic gold. They'll want to do better as well than the VNL recently when they lost to Russia in the final. No matter how many times you get to the Olympics, it still means so much. Thomas Jeschke there in tears with the coach John Sparrow. And there's the table to confirm the United States are on their way. They have won all 3 matches and they go through as the automatic qualifiers from Pool B. The Netherlands played their part, a match that really lived up to expectations. Korea and Belgium to come, they've got a lot to live up to, but both want to end on a high on this court in just under an hour's time. But the USA quality and experience told in the end. 9 of their roster of 14 have played at the Olympics. All 6 players on court at the end when they clinched that victory in set 4 have been to the Olympics. And that counted, it showed, and that's why they'll be on their way to Tokyo. Hope you've enjoyed coverage of this 5th match in Rotterdam at the Ahoy Arena. It was the best probably of the 5 so far. We're looking forward now to Belgium against Korea.